Hi everyone, welcome back to Moments with Winnie. On today's Moments with Winnie, we have a special guest, Kobby Kyei, who is a Ghanaian online journalist, and he has done a lot of tremendous job. And we would like to find out how he does his things and what happens and all that. So recently, he was invited to the UN based on one of the things that he did in Ghana. So we're gonna find more about him. So stay tuned, don't go away. Hi Kobby Kyei, welcome to Moments with Winnie.
Winnie, nice to meet you finally. How you doing?
Finally, yes. How are you?
I'm good.
So we got to know that you are here in America,
Yes.
and you're on the account. You came here on the account of the UN. And can you give us an idea of what that is? But before you do, I got to know that you did a lot of projects in Ghana. So one of the things that made me follow you or caught my attention to your online journalism is your zebra crossing thing that you did in Ghana, and how one person could do such a tremendous job. Like zebra crossing is supposed to be a government project, but one person decided to do that. Can you say that that's the reason why the UN invited you, or was there any other thing that made them like be on the spotlight for them to invite you?
Yeah, thank you. So, just like your pre-humble suggests, I've done a lot of projects in Ghana, but one of the projects that was actually dear to me was the respect for zebra crossing, because I noticed that pedestrians were disrespected. Drivers were not respecting pedestrians, and pedestrians as well were also not respecting the drivers. And so it was a major challenge. And so I decided to come up with that initiative, which is the respect for zebra crossing. So I started in Ghana, and it was amazing. I mean, the support from influencers, support from the diplomats. I was able to construct a new zebra crossing at Sotum in Accra for school children, to enable them to cross the road. And several activities in terms of also using my platform to provide boreholes for the less privileged communities.
I was talk about
exactly. Using my influence to also capture the moments where school children were sitting on blocks. Myself did a project with Medica, provided a whole new books and all that, went to the central region to also construct a new classroom block for a community, Kich, with the support of an NGO, Pearls of Wisdom. So I think that to link it to the UN invite, I think 2015 was when the UN launched the SDGs, which is the Sustainable Development Goals, with a target or with the aim of the fact that in the year 2030, poverty should be able to be over or less. We shouldn't have communities that are lacking basic water, education, health, and all those things. But fast forward, we are in 2024, and still the issue is going on. So I think that one of the institutions that are responsible of championing such an event or such a program is the media. And the media is also part of the arms of government, or the fourth estate. And so they actually sent an email and decided to send people across to come globally, media people, and I was fortunate to be a part of it. And so I got to the UN. I definitely didn't know that all what I was doing was actually under SDGs, because I was just doing it just to impact society, just to impact humanity, and also the fact that my blog actually represents impact. So I came to the United States of America. I was in New York for a few days to participate in the UN General Assembly. There was a lot of activities, and I'm super humble. Let me use this opportunity to acknowledge everyone who has been a part of this journey from day one. So, yes, it was based on my work. It was based on the good course that I've been embarking on in Ghana that actually was able to bring me here in the state.
So, when you said the SDGs, I'm sure most people are used to the MDGs, which used to be the Millennium Development Goals,
Exactly.
right? So I think when I started reading about it, I noticed that most of these goals were not met. There were 17 goals. Most of them were not met. And
a lot of them.
Yes, and they got to know that since it's been, because they said it's millennium, and then the 2020 or the 2000 came and it was not achieved, they decided to make it sustainable, because some of the things you need to sustain them. You cannot just do it and just leave it.
Absolutely.
So their whole objective for this whole STD is to create a better world and a better life for everybody in 2030.
Yes.
Okay. So you said that you collaborated with an NGO to create a borehole, build a school blog, and supply this thing. When we talk about sustainability, do you think that this thing that you've done, this project that you've done in this course of the period, plus your zebra crossing thing, do you think it's going to be sustainable? Do you think it's just going to be a one-time show, or are you going to make sure that this project goes on? You're not going to stop because you've gained all the highest recognition that you want, or are we still going to see Kobby Kyei do the things that he used to do?
Thank you. I think it's a very intelligent question. From inception, I've always believed in making sure that I sustain what I'm doing. I'm sure that if I had taken out sustainability in my course, I wouldn't be here. So consistency is part of what I do. Sustaining it is what I do. But guess what? One of the unique things about what I do is also trying to change the mindset of people. Because guess what? If I have to go on the street to educate people to say respect zebra crossing, go to the rural communities, one of the things I consciously do is to make sure I have a conversation with stakeholders to change the perception or the mindset of every project that I embark on. So for instance, when I went to the community that we handed over the new classroom blocks, we had meetings with the head teachers, the district assembly, student bodies, the PTAs, to educate them to change their mindset, to think about looking at the bigger picture. Because guess what? It is very difficult for people to help you. Now, after getting the help, how to sustain it is another problem, And another thing that I also did was when I provided few boreholes for community, I told the community leaders that, guess what you have to do is to also try and let the community pay some little money to fetch the water so that you can sustain it. Because if you are going to always think about people coming to help all the time, the help might not come, So it all boils down to the mindset, shaping the mindset of the people. And sustainability is my goal, consistency is my goal. And let me use your platform again to just address the fact that every community or everyone or institutions that have gotten help through my initiatives should also be a part of the change.
Yes.
Because if I am on the street to educate people about zebra crossing, I've done my part.
Yes.
It's a bit my baby in our local language or our dialect. This generation, I am using my platform to change the narrative. And it is also the responsibility of the citizens or whoever is consuming the content or the initiative to also change, and also to inspire the new ones coming, the emerging bloggers or the emerging online journalists or the emerging media houses or whoever is in Ghana or Africa should be a part of change makers.
So when you said generation, it brought me to my next question. So I normally see in your post that you write generational
thinker. Yes.
So that brought me to that. So you've been a generational thinker. I've seen a lot of YouTubers out there. Let me tell you one thing. Doing YouTube that is on educative stuff is tough.
Very.
I started doing one. And at a point you want to give up because the views are not what you want, and then you definitely know that you are trying to educate people on things that it's important, but then you feel like, wait, do people really thrive on bad news instead of really learning the good stuff? So you being the generational thinker, how have you been doing it? Like YouTube is hard.
Yes.
On your side of YouTube, it is hard. So how are you doing it? How are you sustaining it? And wait, are you just going to do, because I know that you don't claim yourself to be a YouTuber.
Yes.
Because you say you're an online journalist.
Yes.
So that means that your main focus is not just YouTube.
Yes.
Or
yes.
Okay.
All the online platforms.
So will you tell us how you've been able to do this? Like get a recognition from these people. One of the things that I saw is you had, I think, the French ambassador or something in one of your zebra crossing thing. Like for
the Norway ambassador.
Okay, so for someone like this who is just an online journalist, have all these great people support your initiative and all that, what would you tell us that you did different from the other people that is getting you all this people? Because I don't think you're doing something different than the rest are doing, unless you have something that you're not telling us.
Like I have something hiding?
Yeah, because it looks like...
In terms of what?
In terms of maybe... in terms of maybe skills, knowledge, structure, the things you do. Because it feels like Listen, I watch YouTube. I watch the Ghanaian YouTubers. I've seen other things going on. Some of them you just want to watch it for fun.
Yes.
Because they're going to say whatever. I'm not going to step on anybody's toes. But then some of them too, you watch them and it's educative. When I watch your videos, I know that, okay, when I watch Kobby Kye's interviews or videos, I know I'm going to get something educative. I know I'm not going to hear all the stuff out there because that's not what I want to hear. So what makes you different from all these people? I know, me and you, I know, but for the audience, what makes you different from them? And then if someone wants to start a YouTube channel that is more educative, what do you think we should do? Like, advise me. What do you think I should do?
So what you should do, and the viewers out there, what everybody should do is to think generational. That's how come I started calling myself the generational thinker. Generational thinker in what sense? Everything that I'm doing it for the next generation. It might be present, people are watching it, but I do videos, I conduct interviews, and I speak generational, and I do my works and my impactful projects, seeing it from a bigger picture perspective. Because a project like the zebra crossing, there's no way zebra crossing or a zebra crossing or the crosswalk is going to fade or is going to be a past conversation. Zebra crossing was even there before I was giving birth.
Yep.
So I always make sure I tackle projects that are generational. Boreholes, water is life.
Definitely.
We use water to
and it's
drink.
part of the SDGs.
Yes, water, we drink water.
We use it to cook.
You bath, you cook.
Yeah.
And literally everything we do in this life. Even when you're going to do your hair, you wash your hair.
Definitely.
Brushing your teeth is water.
Even with this one, you use water.
Water. So I think generational.
Yeah, definitely.
And it takes a lot of discipline in my profession or in my career. So if you're a young guy or if you're out there and want to get recognition, it is going to be very hard because you need a lot of discipline, because there's a lot of things happening, like the whole about lose people, things are trending, and I sit back and I tell myself that I am not going to blog about such a conversation. And my friends will call me, Kobby, won't you get the views? So Charlie, people are cashing out, and I tell them that I need content that is generational.
I like that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So if I'm going to, one day, if I die, one day, which of course I'm going to die, if I die one day, all the projects that I've done, because I think generational,
somebody will continue.
My kids, my friends, everybody.
We will all jump in.
Everybody will jump in.
Yeah.
And let me give you a clear example of the generational projects that I do and why I call myself generational and why I am here today. I've seen in Ghana, people are demonstrating, the youth, which I'm part, demonstrating about.
Okay, that was going to be my next question, but let's jump on it.
Yes, Galamsey. Do you know that I was part of the people that actually started Galamsey project, like individually? Like I was going to the Galamsey site.
Yeah, I saw some of your pictures.
Yes, I was invited to GTV, holding
it is sad.
River Pra, holding the water.
It is sad, right? Because I grew up in Takrady. I used to take,
yes.
I went to take that road all the time.
And it was
to
clean.
Very.
Yes.
It was one of those rivers that you want to swim in it anytime you pass by.
Yes.
And I remember the last time I went on that road was 2017. And then you can't even see, it looked like cocoa drink, if I can say that. And then now seeing the videos again, it's sad.
Yes.
And if one of the projects of SDGs is for us to have clean water, then come on, what are we doing?
Yes.
I know that we don't want to do politics or anything, because that's not what this is about. But I think our people can do better.
Yes.
Nonetheless, so looking at the SDGs, can you believe that United States, among all the countries on the SDG project, is number 46?
US?
Yes. I was surprised when I started doing this research about you. So US, which everybody thinks that it's up there, it is developed country and all that, is number 46. So that shows that even with US, they still have a lot to do.
If US is 40 what?
46.
46
hold on, let me tell you about Ghana. Don't jump in. Hold on. So US is 46 and it has achieved 47.43% of all the things that it want to do. So yes, it's at 46. It's still a good number. 74 is a pass mark. So when we come to our beloved Ghana, Ghana is at 117.
Christ.
With 117, I can tell you for a fact that I don't even think we deserve to be at 170.
Yeah. At
Because
this point
from
we've
everything
polluted
that
our
is
water,
happening,
yes.
exactly. Because it's the same water bodies that goes through our pipes for us to
And we
drink.
use water literally for everything.
And then our healthcare system is not the best. It's still getting there. It's not the best. So if you already have water bodies that are contaminated, and then you want us to drink from the same water bodies, and these are not just water bodies random, even the sea is contaminated. Like, we have no other source to go to. If we had to go to the sea is contaminated. We have nothing to go to. It's
You saw a video where in Shama,
you were showing us how
yes.
the other.
Yeah, the river was meeting with the sea, and that's where you come from.
Don't say that.
You know, but let me tell you something. Before we continue, though, you are from that part.
Yes, I am from that part
in
of
Ghana,
the
that part of the country.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you how dangerous it is, especially to you those that are living in abroad, and perhaps you might think that this conversation is not part, like you guys are not part. It's dangerous because even while I'm sitting here, I came to visit my family here, and when I went to the garage, they ship plantain from Ghana.
Yes.
So you guys bring everything from Ghana.
Actually. And we have families in Ghana.
Exactly.
Don't get it wrong. It's not as if we living here means all our families
I
here.
want the focus to be here because sometimes when they protest or when people are protesting in Ghana, the whole narrative of some of the people living abroad might think that Ghana
they're making noise or something. Yeah.
But at the end I say do
you know that the funny thing is it's not just yeti ikromha and I say they are making noise with the project. Some of the people even living in Ghana, some of the people who have the opportunity to sit on radios to even advocate for this thing to stop are the ones saying that the people are making noise with this galamsey thing. I think with some of them, they never had the privilege to see these rivers in their natural state not polluted.
Yes.
And then if you had the opportunity to see the River Pra not polluted as a child or even growing up, and now you see
I even saw it in books.
Book doesn't really say it much.
Yeah, but I mean,
no, the book doesn't even do justice to it. Like if you grew up
talking about those who live far from the river.
Exactly. Like we live close to it. Like this Takrady, we used to go to the sea all the time. Sundays are the best time to be. I'm talking about Takrady.
When was the last time you went to Ghana though?
Takrady.
Wow.
The last Takrady, right? The sea the sea was the best thing you could go to, like relax on a Sunday night or a Saturday night. And it was the best view, the best breeze and everything. And now, come to look at the sea, it wasn't blue, but it was better. But now it is muddy.
Yeah.
And then you think about it, we fish from the same sea. We do everything from it. It isn't right. So you as a generational thinker, I'm going to throw this to you as a challenge to you. Since you're doing everything in your own small way to do it, when you go back, or even now, can you project on this thing? Even if I know you cannot make all the rivers clear or the waters clear, but at least.
But it's something that I do, you know.
Put in more.
In terms of what? I want you to be specific. In terms of what?
Put in more. Like when you started your zebra crossing, you got people to support, like people of influence to be on your side to support you. With this,
there's been a huge protest in Ghana.
So listen.
What does he want me to do?
Listen. So there could be a time that you are talking to someone, right? But the avenue at which you are bringing the conversation will not even let the person listen to you. So maybe they want to protest as their way of getting people to hear them. Has anybody heard them?
Yeah, of course. Like everybody, like literally everyone. I mean, from top government.
That is the thing. When someone hears you, when someone is talking, like me and you, as we talk, you respond, I say something, right? So when you say, I've heard you, and you don't say anything to tell me that, oh, what's it? And exactly. So we are protesting, we are making all the noise, posting all the thing on social media. They say, are they hearing us?
It makes sense.
So you, being the generational thinker, can you please do something about it?
Okay.
The next time I see Kobby Kyei something out there, I want to see you do more of this galamsey thing. And don't worry, I'll come home soon, like, if that's what you want to know.
Because there will be also a very brilliant idea when I see you coming down.
We will.
You coming to Ghana specifically because you want to come and address what your people...
Some of the issues that are happening, not just
Shama. Specifically Shama, because that's where you come from.
I don't come from Shama, but we will definitely talk about
your family
Shama.
Or your area or your region.
Yeah.
They know the ladies coming from
the
America.
West, like, you know.
You said that the best come from the West come from the
Oh no,
West.
don't say that. The best come from the
West.
West.
Come from the West.
But you know we are in October.
Yes.
And it's a breast cancer month. Do you have any idea about breast cancer? Before
I think there's a way I
say
can.
that.
There's a way I can check for you.
Ha! No, we are
No.
we are not doing any screening now. But one of the things I noticed is you did. I think last year you had a project with Sonotech.
Yes.
If I'm not saying it.
Sonotech Medical Center.
Okay.
Yes.
About
Shout out to Dr. Grace.
Hi, Dr. Grace. About breast cancer screening, and one of the things I saw was she was giving a discount for people to do breast cancer screening.
Mm-hmm.
And so this year you're gonna go back, or maybe they started doing the breast cancer screening. One of the things that interests me most about breast cancer is the fact that it is not just in women. People think it's in women, but rarely, let's say out of 100, this is like a percentage. Nobody should judge me, but there should be like a 2% rate that there are men who have breast cancer.
Yeah, fact. Yeah.
Okay, are we just screening the women? And are we teaching them how to screen themselves? Because doing a workshop to tell me that you're doing it to screen me is different from teaching me how to do the screening. Because one of the things that we're talking to the survivors of breast cancer is the fact that early detection saves life. If you detect that at an early stage, they're able to work on it, give you all the treatment that you need to save life. So with you and Dr. Grace, do you just do the screening, or do you teach us how to do the screening?
Thank you. I think that before I continue, I have to bounce one question to you. What was the last time you checked, though? Like, what was the last time you screened your?
So, God, let me not say God. Like being on this side of the world.
Just go straight.
That's what I'm saying. Being on this side of the world.
Which is US.
Yes,
Okay.
on this side of the world. You get the privilege to go to the doctor every year.
Oh, okay.
So every year when you go for your annual checkup with your gynae, and then they do check you, and then they teach you how to do your screening by yourself. So every time you check your breast to see if there's anything, and then they tell you if you see any discharge or any sign that there's something wrong with your breast, even if you feel a little tiny pain, like check it, because you may never know where it comes from. So at least being on this side, we do it every year. Yeah.
So you listen to yourself. Being at this side of the world.
So that is why I said, what is Dr. Grace doing?
Exactly. So being at this side of the world, it means that the system is being put in place where even when you go, it is part of what you're supposed to check. Now back home in Ghana, I doubt if there's a system where people even have the habit of going to the hospital, even when they are not feeling sick. But here, yearly or quarterly, you want to go because you feel like, no, you must visit the doctor. But back home in Ghana, there's not that
thing to do.
Mindset.
I wasn't doing it when I was in Ghana.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I think that it's a whole holistic approach, and it's a broader conversation where it is not even about Sonotech or it's about Kobby Kyei. I think that it should be an ecosystem conversation.
But since Kobby Kyei and Sonotech are already on the ground,
I want to raise it from the curtain so that I can box Kobby Kyei and Sonotech in. Okay. Now what I'm saying is that I think that it should be something that from private hospitals, from the government hospitals, and even the individuals as a Ghanaian citizen, people should naturally or organically cultivate the habit of going to check their breast cancer or screening. And again, don't wait till October where you see the flyers, the people like Kobby Kyei, Sonotech, and all the hospitals before you can do it. Yeah. It should be an organic habit or character of you going to screen, But my partnership with Sonotech by God's Grace has been for a minute. It has been a while because they love my brand and they know that my audience loves some of these things. So it is always very important. I've visited Aguna Suedro with them. We've had a lot of screening at the Westos Mall, bringing a lot of women together, not just about educating them, but I've seen even Dr. Grace herself trying to move from one media house to the other, educating, bringing young girls together to screen them, Another issue we have back home in Ghana is that people shy away of exposing or trying to talk about breast. Whereas in your part of the world, in the States, people go to see the gynecologist. Yeah. But in Ghana, how many people go to see the gynecologist? I doubt.
A few, maybe a few. Now, yes, a few.
So I think the conversation in its broader perspective should be about how we can encourage our young girls, our mothers and our fathers, and like you mentioned, there's also a little percentage of men being affected. And so for me, I don't remember the last time that I checked. I don't know whether if I go for screening, they will be able to detect as men, because the money they are not about own. You know, I think that the conversation should, and it should start from Ghana Education Service. I think that's also another institution that they can also start.
Yeah.
There should be a breast cancer month in our schools, where Ghana Education Service is consciously educating our students, our young girls and boys about the precautions and the dangers and why they must check their breast.
Oh, Kobby Kyei.
Exciting conversation.
It is. And almost say, and common here, the ideas happening before, so we have to end here. But I would say that this has been like an insightful conversation. Watching you from Ghana and all the tremendous things you've been doing, and then finally get the opportunity to get your moment with Winnie. It's like.
Now let me also ask you.
Oh wow.
For like 2 minutes or 3 minutes.
Okay. Okay, people.
I think I had
we are on the board now.
Yes, I had the opportunity to go through your YouTube channel, and I know you are also using your platform. Like you mentioned, I just want to encourage you. The things that you are putting on your channel, don't think about the views now. Don't think about the likes now. I know sometimes you get worried about you not getting views. Charlie, you guys should watch my videos. But people will appreciate that video generationally.
Thank you.
Because if you're always looking at the present condition and how you want people to jump on it, they might not even consume to understand.
Yeah.
But because it's like a typical example, look at your. I know you love Kofi Kenata.
Yeah.
Kofi Kenata's music is generational. It's timeless. So you need to put in things. And I always, anytime I go for interviews, I use this scenario. When there's feces here, you know, like there's a toilet, a feces here, and there's perfume here. Where do you see houseflies rushing to?
The other one.
The other one. Why? Because it smells.
Yeah.
So behind, if you are viewing it behind, you might think that maybe a nice one. That's where people are consuming. But it's different. I've never in my life, and I stand to be correct, I've never in my life seen houseflies jumping around perfume. Because it's quality. Unless maybe that perfume has some scent that is no good. But anything that is very healthy, you see quite a number of people, and then it gravitates, like it moves on small, become bigger. So just to encourage you, to let you know that you might think that people are not watching you, the world is watching you. They haven't just come together to appreciate you. You understand? But how is US though?
It's good.
It's good. But why are you not coming back home?
I think you've experienced it. How is it? I should be asking you, how is it?
No, you have been here for a minute. You've been here for like how many years?
Okay, it's been good.
How many years?
So, why am I on the spot now? I think.
No, how many years have you been here?
Wow.
You don't want your family to calculate the money you're making. How many years have you been here? Because you've been here close to a decade. Yeah.
On that note.
Oh, come on. I want the people watching to also
close to a
my
decade.
followers.
Yes, close to a decade. Yes.
So if say you are coming back to Ghana, looking at what is happening, what change will you love to bring back home?
So one of the things on my heart dearly is to educate people about sickle cell.
Oh,
that is one of the things.
I think I saw.
Yeah, that is one of the things on my heart dearly, and it saddens my heart that as at now, people still give birth with children with sickle cell diseases, and then I don't want to say they don't know. Some people are just being oblivious about it. They're just saying that, oh, there's gonna be a cure or there's a cure. Guess what? There is a cure, but can the average Ghanaian person afford it? Can an average Ghanaian person afford a bone marrow transplant? Be my point. I lost a very dear friend through sickle cell, and out of that, yes, and out of that, I always have this whole idea towards sickle cell. Her soul. She's happy where she is. So one of my things that I want to do is talk about sickle cell anytime I have the opportunity to talk about it, and I hope that people will take it serious and not just listen. It's good to love someone. It's good to be in a relationship with someone. But let's think about the future of our children. Don't just love because you want to love. It's okay if you want to love and not have kids. That's okay. But if you want to love and have kids, I think you should go more further than just the love. Do the screening. I don't think it costs a lot to do this.
So when you come to Ghana and embark on such project.
I know there are already people. There's a sickle cell something in Ghana already. I haven't seen much about them. I don't want to talk about them because I haven't seen much about them. But individually, one of the things I'll be posting on my YouTube channel more is talk about sickle cell. So now that we've already launched the sickle cell conversation, sickle cell conversations are going to be up and running soon. Yes.
So please check her out on her YouTube channel. She does a lot of conversation, trying to break down the merits and the demerits with regards to sickle cells. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for hosting me. And are you picking me out?
So hi everyone. Oh. On this note, we're gonna end the conversation here. That's on the side. We're gonna end the conversation here. It was an interesting conversation with Kobby Kyei, and it's good that we got to know him. Follow him on his network and all his channels, KobbyKyeiNews.com, and you'll be amazed about some of the project that he does. If you have any support out there, you can give it to him to support his project, and don't forget to subscribe to Moments with Winnie. Bye.